Alright guys and gals, I decided that before I move on to the next part of this major cleanup series, that I would do a slideshow that would be approximately 7 minutes long to show you the progress on the lower level. All parts 1, 2, and 3 will be there, including the lumber facilities, which should have been part of this series. Okay, anyhow, with all of that being said, let's get going on this slideshow. I think you guys will enjoy it. And also, before I forget, there is narration that goes on to explain everything that's going on. So with all that being said, let's get on with this slideshow. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome to Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and the channel is called BNSF 6951. On my channel I show tips, tricks, techniques, and how-tos on laying track, doing scenery, doing electrical work, and much more. If you guys are interested in something like this, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to thumbs up. That'll get you notified when I'm doing a new video or a live stream. Oh, that's right, I do live streams on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's get on with this video. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now. Alright guys and gals, what you're looking at right now is a video that I posted about 3 weeks ago, and it was called Scenery Comes to My Lumber Facilities. This actually should have been part 1 of preparing for a video tour of my layout, because it is on the lower level. It's center stage on lower level. Anyhow, let's continue on with this little slideshow and see what else is going on. Alright guys and gals, just a reminder that all of the buildings you're going to see in the next couple of clips are all scratch built by me, and they are actual businesses that are in the Glendale area. We're starting off with SFP Plastics. It will receive hoppers, and on the back side you'll see that later on in this slideshow exactly how it works. This is the very complex track plan to get into that area, and then we have the SAS salvage. With all that being said, let's move on to the next part of this and see what's available. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we enter the rest of the layout here on the lower level, we get into Glendale Industrial Area. There are 6 businesses in this area, and the SAS Auto Salvage is one of them, and the SFP Plastic is another. Now, what you see in this photo are the 4 other businesses that are in this area. Starting at the lower right, that is Sun Electronics, then it's LexJet, followed by Modular Systems, and also Big D's Flooring. Alright guys and gals, if you happen to get a full switch list in this area, Big D's has to be emptied out first, because it's the only way you can get to SFP Plastic and SAS Auto Salvage. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward to get boxcars in all of these industries. Alright guys and gals, the curved track you see in front of you right now is part of my reversing loop. Here's another random shot of all the businesses that are there. Again with SAS Auto Salvage in the shot. And another view of how it looks from ground level. Overhead shot. And again from the back side. LexJet and Sun Electronics. And finally we have Big D's and Modular Systems. Here's a little tidbit of information about this area. It would take a 2-man crew about 2.5 to 3 hours to switch out the entire area. Alright guys, let's move on to the next part of this slideshow. Alright, this is the final area of level 1 in room 2 that needs to get attention. So the following pictures are of the attention it received. Now this industry is definitely not prototypical for my layout for the area I am doing, but I have so many tankers and hoppers I actually needed to go somewhere, so that's one of the 3 places that will receive either tankers, hoppers, or a combination of both. Okay guys, here we're looking down the track and watching our Jeep 38 switch out the tanker loading facility. Alright, this is an overhead view from the right. And then we have an overview head from the left. Hope you guys are enjoying this slideshow so far. Let's continue on. Alright guys, this is looking down the track at the hopper unloading shed and the energy building. Alright guys, here's a couple of shots of entering the hopper unloading shed. Notice some of the details I put in there, and then finally at the hopper shed. For the outbound services, we got the fermentation tanks lower left, then we have water tanks center, and then we got the cooling house, and then we have the final storage place for the ethanol as it's done. Plus we have 8 positions to load hop tanker cars. Okay guys, this is the final view, and this is from the Thomas Avenue Bridge and how you can see overlooking the entire ethanol plant. Well, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this slideshow of the progress I've made on the lower level. Now, I have decided to have some fun. So if you guys want to stick around for the next 14 minutes, you'll see what I'm talking about. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. In this video, I'm going to do something I haven't done since Kevin and Debbie Brown were here back in November. That's right, it's almost a year since I have done this. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, watch this video coming right up. Alright, my fellow YouTubians, this is something that I thought I would take a break and start doing. So we're going to be doing a switching operations at both of my lumber facilities. This is the first one. This is at Builders Express. And what we're going to do here is we're going to move those 2 empty center beams and replace them with the 2 loaded center beams. One of them is all the way to the right that you can hardly see. But anyhow, we're going to take this and see how many moves it takes to do. Now, I do have a turnout that's broken here. So we have to use my imagination and hold the points in each position that it needs to be in. Anyhow, we're going to clear the turnout. We're going to pull these cars forward right now. And so far, very little, well, I did tracking it. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm actually holding that broken turnout, so the points actually make good contact to the main rails. And we're going to drop our cars off here, and this is the tail end of my runaround track that we're going to park these cars at. We're going to unhook them, and then we're going to go after the 2 center beams that we need to load into Builders Express track number 2. These are 2 SD40s. 6951 is the leader, and 67, I don't remember the number, the other one, 67 something. But they are both SD40s. One is in War Bonnet scheme, and the other is in Burlington Northern scheme. Alright, let's see how contact. Very nice contact right there, I would say. Anyhow, we're going to pull these cars forward. Now again, we're going to have to make 2 moves on this because we don't want that empty center beam to be parked there either. So with that being said, we'll load the first loaded center beam into track 2. And that'll be it. Alright, come on back. Now that red caboose center beam gives me trouble. It doesn't like going through the turnouts. Anyhow, we're going to unhook here. Sorry for my arm being in the way, but this one-man operation is kind of tough to do. Alright, so now we'll pull forward again, and we'll put that center beam with the rest of them that we moved earlier. The white blocks of wood you see are going to be supports of my overpass that are going to be there. Oh, I forgot. I shouldn't be telling you guys that right now. That's going to be my next video, my next cleanup video. I didn't hold the turnout there, and I was hoping that it would just go through, and I think it did. So we're okay. Alright, we'll pull these guys forward again, and now we'll bring him into track number 2 with the other loaded center beam. When our crew finishes here, they will start working on Huteg. Again, sorry for the arm. Alright, we're going to go on our way to Huteg and start our work there. And some of the clips I cut out because I was having trouble with some of the center beams going across the turnouts, especially the micro trains. The pin at the bottom of the coupler was catching on a lot of stuff, so I need to trim those up. But other than that, the track work is fine. I did do clean up. I probably didn't get all the ballast on the inside of the rails off yet. But this Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the cuz sent you. Alright guys, sorry for the interruption there, but what we did was we backed up and grabbed all the empty center beams that Huteg, and we're going to move them around. But first, before we do that, we're going to take our entire train right now and back up to the loaded two center beams and a bulkhead flat. Sorry about that. We're going to get those, and we're going to spot them at Huteg, and then we'll take care of the empty center beam cars. So basically, we're going to back up, hook onto the 3 cars that are there. I hope you guys can see that because it's a long shot, but anyhow, to get everything in the picture, I had to do it that way. So, sorry about that. Let's see what kind of contact we have here. And we're good. Nice job. Alright, here we go. We'll pull these guys forward right now. And we'll load the bulkhead flat on track number 1 in front of the other 2 bulkhead flats. And then we'll move the 2 loaded center beams over to track 2. Using a really slow speed, which I think is pretty appropriate for the job that we're doing here. And we're going to clear this turnout, and braking him to get out, and he'll throw the turnout. And I don't know what. I think I was taking a little extra time right here. I don't know what I was doing. But anyhow, turnouts are thrown. Just waiting for the engineer to start backing up. Let's go, Mr. Engineer Vinny. Choo-choo! Alright, come on. That's enough now. There we go. I really don't know what I was doing right there. Fell asleep at the throttle. I don't know. Anyhow, as you can see, we're pushing that bulkhead flat down track number 1. And we'll spot him and uncouple and take the two loaded center beams over to track 2. Alright, that's good. Alright, here we go. This is going to be the last move that we take, and then we'll take care of those empty center beams. Now, even though there's loads on those center beams, they're really only balsa wood with paper on top of them, so they're not really that heavy. There's got to be a better way to put some weight on these center beams, because I do have a problem going across turnouts. And also that the trip pins are catching on the frogs, or any place there's a slight curve, the trip pins will hit, so they need to be trimmed and adjusted. Anyhow, here is the move that we're going to get, and you can see that center beam was coming off the track right there. I tried to cut most of the boo-boos out, only because I know I've operated on this before, and I know how it runs. It does run really smooth. It's just a matter of getting the cars to work properly. Now, this move here is going to be getting the center beams into the small yard that I have for them. But the tail end track of my runaround can only hold 2 locomotives and 3 cars. So this maneuver is to detach the last car, put the other cars on the track I need to put them on, which is what we're going to do now. And I'm actually surprised I'm going across that turnout and nothing is happening. I mean, as far as derailment. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and hold the turnout in the crossover position. And we'll push these cars into the second track, which actually is the main line track. Now, you see how it got stuck right there? That was because one of the trip pins on one of those 3 cars was hitting someplace. So we'll take these cars and we'll park them over here. I know it's an extra move, but unfortunately it's all the room I had. Otherwise I would have made that tail track a little bit longer. And thanks to one of you guys who actually suggested that I curve it to make it longer, and I did that. Alright, so now we're going to go back and we're going to get this other center beam that we left stranded all by itself. And unfortunately I don't have the turnout held in the right position, as you can see. Whoopsie! Nope, go back, Vincent. And now Vinny needs to hold the turnout in the right position. I need to fix that ASAP. Alright, so now we're going to go get this last center beam. And we're going to hook up to him, and we're going to hook up to the rest of them. We're going to back up and hook up to the rest of them, and we're going to shove them all the way down to the holding yard. The lumber facilities have their own little holding yard that can hold about 9 cars. Alright, let's come back the other way. Now I had a really big bang here on the hookup. It was an oopsie moment. Slow down, Vincent. Slow down. Slow down. Crash. Alright, we'll follow this train down the track, past all the facilities. I think this area is looking really good. That area that has a little bit of junk on it, like my meter and my knife and stuff like that, I don't think I'm going to put anything there except maybe some track related businesses. As you see right there, that first center beam got caught on the track. Making sure that the turnout was right. Now neither of these locomotives had been speed matched. See how what I mean? That first center beam is catching the trip pin. Anyhow, we'll continue on. I'll cut out most of the bad stuff. And we'll park these guys here, and then our locomotives will go sit on the tail end of the runaround track and wait for the next assignment. So with all that being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. I know I did. I had fun doing it, even though I was having some problems, and I know those problems could be fixed up. But anyhow, as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. BNSF 6951 out. Vinny Vid Productions.